Good day guys, being here. Today we're going to model this. Okay, and this will be the final result. Okay, so let's start. So first we need to create a project, and we're going to use model in place mass. Okay, so model in place mass. So actually you can also use conceptual mass if you wanted to. Okay, so model in place mass, and first let's place a reference line, spline through points, and I'll just roughly place some points. So this is a spline through points, and then I'll just copy them. So make 3 and create a surface. So if I change to shade SD, so we can see the surface. So of course I'm going to make it a little bit more organic, a little bit more interesting. Okay, so this is it, and then the next step is select this surface and use divide surface. So turn off the okay, so sorry, we don't need to turn off any grids, but we just need to adjust. So I'm going to change the horizontal, so which is U grid. Change the U grid to fixed distance. So for example, 200. That's probably too much. I'll just try to reduce the number of the grids, so can reduce the time for my computer to calculate. Okay, so this let's use 300 height, and then we need to decide the number of vertical. We don't need this many. We just need to reduce a little bit. Let's try 5. So which means we are going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nodes. So if we go here, surface representation, so turn on the nodes. So now we can see all the nodes, so we can place adaptive family onto them. So now we need to create the adaptive family. Okay, so each one will be, so if I go back to this image, each one will be this horizontal strip. Okay, so adaptive family, and place, we need I think 6 points and make them adaptive. Create a spline and make it a reference line. Okay, so then place a point, draw on face, place it on this reference line, and reference. So we're going to use a rectangular shape. Draw on work plane, set work plane, pick this vertical work plane, and then just draw a shape. So this shape need to be 300 high, and for the depths, I'll just roughly let's make it 600. For the height, yeah, 300. That's all good. So and copy this and pick new host and select these 2 profile and get this path and create a form. So now we can drag this to this end and drag this point to the other end, or you can just type in 1. So this is it, and then we can load this into the mass and place it onto the nodes. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and here, just make sure you place on the same grid. Okay, so 6 points, and that's it. So now let's repeat. And okay, so it looks like we have some issue. So some of these families being placed onto the one side, and some of them are placed onto the other side. Not sure why, and not sure how to fix it. So, but yeah, let me try. Okay, if I adjust this point, sometimes I found that sometimes by adjusting, see, it can fix it if you do this. So let's just have a try some luck. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't work. Oh, actually, no, doesn't work. Yeah, so let's have another try a couple times, and if it doesn't work, we will try to use a different method to fix it. Okay, so one last one. Okay, it fixed. See? So maybe I'll just change. I'll move this back and see what happens. If it comes back, see, still. So at some, I think it's probably depending on the, the the angle or the shape of this mass, and then it will decide which side those families will be placed on. But I think this is okay. But in case we need to create a shape that Revit, will give us this. In case this is a shape we need, so what should we do? Okay, so let me show you. So so we can just go at tab, select one of that family, go in here. So instead of instead of have this profile being placed relative to this point, place onto the corner. So we can just move this to the center and move it down to the center. So the profile is being placed on the center of the point. So same, I'll just move this and down. So HR now. So now this time doesn't matter. Doesn't matter which. So this happens when you overwrite your family in your model in place mass. So you just need to click on save and cancel and go back and go to 3D view. So it will bring back this. So now doesn't matter. So it always been, because it's centered to that. So if it rotates by 180 degrees, it's still the same. So all good. Okay. So the next step is we need to make it perfect. So this one. So actually, if you look carefully, we'll see they are overlapped. See here. So this is because although we set fixed distance 200, that's the distance from from this point to this point. But if we move, because when we place this one, we want this to go up vertically by 200. So the distance from here to here is 200, but from here to here is not. So we need here to here 200. So which means we can't use these grids. Okay, so we need to change it. So let's just I'm going to just delete it. So select this divided surface. So instead of use U-grid, so turn off. So we need to use intersects. So before that, we need to go to an elevation. Draw a reference line RP, reference plane RP, and I'm going to just start from 100 because the 150 because they are 300, so it'll be placed one here. So and copy up by 300, 600, and then we can just copy this multiple multiple, and just make sure all these reference planes cover the mass. Okay, so now we can select the divided surface and use intersects and select all these reference plane and shift select this level. We don't need the level. So finish, and now so all these grids are exactly 300 spacing. Okay, so now we can place a component. Maybe hang on. Maybe let's go to 3D view and create component. So let's just place onto this the first grids 4.5 and 6. Oops, sorry. If you don't want to place again, so you can select the point and use pick new host and pick this end. Okay, all good. And now let's try to repeat it. And this is it. So now this you will see now they are perfect. There's no overlapping and no gap between them. It's exactly 200 between them. Okay, so good. And the next, so if you look at this one, there's a little gap. This gap. Actually, I'm not quite sure how to do this, but we can try to create some gap as well to make it more realistic or more interesting. Okay, so let's select one of them, and okay, so what we're going to do is, so this mass, we can tab select one of the surface, right? So once we select this surface, we can use default surface. Turn off the U grid. Oh no, turn off the V grid. So we only have this U grid, which are the vertical in this family in vertical. So now we can change this one to, instead of number, let's just use, so for the maximum spacing, and let's say 1.5 meter maximum. Okay, so now it will change, which will change the grid number depending on the length of this. And then the next is we're going to turn on the nodes, and we're going to do it to the other side. Okay, if you wanted to create all those patterns on both sides, you can do it. So just tab select this surface and turn off the V grid, and change this one to maximum spacing 1.5 meter. Okay, turn on the nodes, and okay. So now we just need to create something to show that line, that gap line. So we are not, I don't think we can create a void, but we can just create a very thin solid there. So at least when you show it, so for example, if you render, you can see a little line there. So it's not void, but it should be good enough. So select these 2 points. So in this, create another adaptive family, place 2 points, make them adaptive, create a spline, make a reference line. So exact same procedure. So just place a point, and I'm going to use circle. So because circle is easier, because when it's very thin, it doesn't really matter what shape it is. So I'm just going to type in 5, and I'll just copy this, and I'll try to select this point. Yes, good, and place it there. So make sure these 2 lines are reference line. Yep, and select them. So select these 2 reference line and create a solid, and then select this point and place it onto one side, and select the other point and place it on the other side. Okay, so now this is it. So this is a line, and load this into that family, and then we can just place it on this nodes 1 and 2, and select this one and then repeat. So now we have all along this surface. So if you want place onto the other side, just repeat. Okay, so this is it. But if we load this into the project, you will see we will lose those two surfaces because we use the other surface, right? So save, escape, go back to that 3D view. Not this one, but let's go to 3D view. So you will see we have all these vertical lines, very thin line, but we can't see the surface. We need to add the surface back. Okay, so go back to, so to here. So actually, I'm not sure how to, because usually when we develop a surface, there's some options probably we can show that surface, but I'm not sure how to show it. But it's okay because we still have the top surface. Oops, not this one. Tab, this surface, and the bottom surface. So if we can select these two surfaces, and we can directly create another solid, which including the surface on this side and the other side. Okay, so and then this is it, and we can now load into the project and overwrite. Okay, so let's save, escape, go back to 3D view, not this one, 3D view, and then this is it. And let me try. Oops, sorry. She is not waking up. That's good. Okay, so let's be quiet. Okay, so yeah, that's it. So it's very close to this, I believe. And if you want to hide, so let's try see if I can hide all those. So these are nodes. There are nodes and grid line. Okay. Still there. So maybe we need to go into the families, and we can select this surface and turn off the nodes. Maybe turn off this as well. Oh, hang on. See, if we turn off this, so let's try this. I'll see if it works or not. So delete this solid. So we go back to here. So we have this one, and we have these lines, and also these two surfaces. So I want to see if I try to uncheck this. Okay, great. So we can have this. I think we can have this surface back, and I'll do the same here. This one, and what's this? Oh, yes, great. So actually, we can turn on we can bring back the original surface, right? So now that's exactly what we need. So we don't need to create another solid. So great. Load this back into here, into this model in place mass. Okay, so what's going on here? Oh yeah, I forgot, sorry. Save, escape. Great, perfect. So now we have this so mass. So we used mass, then divided surface, then placed adaptive family. So and you can you can adjust. So for example, you can still change the position of these adaptive, not adaptive, sorry, these points of the spline through points, and then you can change instantly, change the shape of the whole thing. Okay. It looks like there's some. What are these? Glitch, maybe. Finish. Hopefully. Yep. All good. And that's it. So I will upload this family for you. So if you can have a play. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.